This is our 30th Vermont Young Playwrights Festival. And if you have been here before, or I'm seeing someone who's been here many, many years before, and I know it's her last year, Sue, just raise your hand. Let's see how many people have been here before. Artists and students. Awesome, awesome, a lot of you. Okay, well, before we start, I want to say your voice is important. And thank you for writing your plays. Whether they are getting a read here today or not, just writing them is a gift to us all. And that's what I want to say, because your voice is important, and what you have to say, whether it's poignant or funny or deeply personal or optimistic or nihilistic, we want to hear it, okay? And whether it's in plays or essays or legal briefs, please, we need some more legal briefs, okay? Or if it's in poetry, if it's in painting or dance, or if it's just in showing up, your voice matters. So thank you. Thank you for sharing your voice, and keep sharing it. That's what I want to say. Okay, now I want to introduce our VYP teaching artists for this year. And please stand up when I call your name so we can thank you. Gita Searforce. Mary Beth McNulty, she's not here today, and Mary Kirshner, she's not here either, but let's give them both a round of applause. John Van Luling, Jordan Gulkinson, Seth Jarvis, and myself. I also want to thank our Vermont Stage staff, Jamie and Forrest, Christina Alicia, Gail, Jill is here, Dayton, Sadie Krause. Thank you all. And I also want to thank all the festival artists who are here today to bring your work to life. If you are a festival artist, just stand up for a second. These are all the artists that have come to act out your work. Thank you. Okay, now I want to give a special shout out to all the honorable mentions. So please just stand up when I call your name and stay standing. We'll give a round of applause at the end, okay? And I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Chloe Hargis, Henry Sharp, stay standing. Henry Allred, Eliana Vivi, Lucan Flinner, Paige Gilbo, Sophia Hoop, Maple Lewis, Lilith McNeil Hagopian, Anika Geese. Okay, thank you. Let's give them a round. Last but not least, I want to bring attention to our donors and thank them. I want to thank the Media Factory, who is here live streaming everything the entire day. And I want to thank Main Street Landing, who has given us the run of the entire crazy building. And I want to thank the Flat Rock Fund, who has provided a lot of funding for our education programs. Okay, now we're going to get started. I'm going to give you a very quick overview, and then I'm going to invite there are 4 groups who are going to be rehearsing their stage readings. So I'll invite them up here by director and playwright and have the actors join. First, I'll give you a quick overview, okay? The day is divided into 3 blocks. In block 1, we have rehearsals for stage readings. We have cold readings in here, and we have 2 workshops happening. And that will happen from 9:45 until 11:15. At 11:15, come back here. Everybody come back here, and then we're going to do it all over again for block 2. Same thing, I'll call you up for your groups, send you off to your rooms, cold reads will stay here. I'll send you to the workshops. At 1 o'clock, we are done. Please come back here again at 1 so you can meet up with your groups, your friends. And we will have a lunch break from 1 to 2. Please be back before 2 and settle into the black box because we're going to try and start right on time with our stage readings. And we'll be reading all 8 plays at that time. Okay? I also want to say I slipped in a few extra cold reads, so you might see your name there and not expect it because we had a little extra time. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Without further ado, the schedule. Okay. Let's see. We have Eris Young and Laura Wolfson with Reined In. Come over here. If you are in that cast, please join them. Okay, Ramona, Sophia, and John. Great. Then we got Scarlett Tarme and Chris Caswell. Why don't you meet up over, right up. Follow these guys. If you're in that cast, please join them. So the playwright will be, if you're the playwright, you're going to be in your rehearsal. Okay? We got Lucy Eberhardy and Sarah Mell. That's for Orange, Sexist, and Annoying. If you're in that cast, please join them. And we've got Haley Thibodeau and Jordan Gullickson. And the last group over there, if you're in that cast, go on and join them.
The music box.
That plays the music box. Laura, you're in Freezer Burnt with Freezer Burnt over here. Okay. Directors, does you... if you're a director standing up here, do you have your whole cast?
Yes.
Okay. You may all go to your rehearsal rooms. And exit right here to your rehearsal rooms. Bye, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
There's a first one down. Okay.
I didn't get to say hi. That's the bonus. 4 o'clock sharp, John.
Brought us here. The table.
All right. Okay, now we have workshops. We have Quinn and Katie. Can you join us up here? If you are in the right question. So there is a list out there of the workshop, but everyone in this, everyone in this whole day got their first choice. If you don't remember your first choice, it's on a list out there. And if you didn't give it to me, like maybe your teacher said, oh, I got 5 students in each one, you know who you are, then you know what your first choice is, but I don't. Okay, so Quinn with the right questions. If you're in that workshop, follow Quinn to the great room.
Which I just learned is that way.
Which is that way. Quinn, I know we have people in the right questions. The right questions. I could get the list. Should I get the list? Or do we know? Okay. Right, if you're in the right questions, or you're suddenly like, I really want to be in the right questions. Okay. And if you're in devising theater, this is Katie. Devising theater. Who's in devising theater? Yeah, devising theater, come here with Katie, and she's going to lead you to the black box, which is that way. Do you know where the black box is? Yeah. Devising theater. And, ooh, you got a lot, okay, got a lot of devising theater students. Okay, and for the rest of you, we have the cold reads. And I will invite Stacy up here, and she's already here.
I'm here.
Yay.
Yay.
Stacy.
Can I take over?
Yes.
Okay, all right, folks. We've got such an exciting morning of plays. First, I am going to highlight our playwrights that we are about to see. I know that our first play, Casey Beach Clark, is actually currently about 30,000 feet in the air, so I know that she's not here. But really quickly, let's just acknowledge the playwrights whose plays we're about to experience who are in the room. Please stand up. We've got Phoebe Raphael, Kazifer Jewett, Simon Robertson, oh heck yeah, and Lucas Flinner. Yep. Lucas Flinner has an exam and will be here later. Great, good. Those are our playwrights. They're the reason that we are in this room to celebrate their amazing work. We are going to do that in a cold reading format. That means that all of the actors that I'm going to call down in a moment have not necessarily, they have familiarized themselves with these plays, but they've never rehearsed them together. They've never read them out loud with each other. So a cold reading is where they will read with all of their actorly skills, bring these characters to life. We will also have do we have stage directions?
We do have stage.
Great. We have stage directions that will be read out loud to help light your imagination, to imagine exactly what would be happening if this were a staged reading. So, without further ado, I am going to ask the first 4 actors who are doing Casey's play to come and take their spots, and then the 4 other actors who are not yet in their plays to take a seat in the front row, just like Kiana already did. Let's bring down for Sunny Skies and Impending Doom by Casey Beach Clark. Let's bring down Jory Raphael playing Marcus, Daniel Gibson playing Alex, Gita Searforce playing Victoria, and Seth Jarvis playing Evil Guy. And then Kiana and Kim and Dennis and Phoebe can come and be on deck, okay? First, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh. Stage directions, Kim Jordan, right there. There she is. Thank you. After each one of these cold readings, we have a Q&A opportunity with the playwright. So we'll ask the playwright to come and stand here. So if you're thinking of things that you want to ask the playwright about their play, this would be, as you're listening, it would be a good time to think about something you might want to ask the playwright if they're not midair on a flight to somewhere else. And if you are a little shy and you don't want to ask your question, but you want to give some, like, I loved that part when, or you want to give feedback, you can also be giving feedback here. And Jill will be moderating all of those comments to make sure that only feedback that feels useful to the playwright makes it up on the screen. Positive glows, questions about something you weren't clear about, any of that is fair game, but obviously within the realm of being really respectful and giving the playwright something to chew on. So I think without further ado, we will begin with Casey Clark's Sunny Skies and Impending Doom. Woo!
Sunny Skies and Impending Doom. Characters. Marcus, I don't really have to read the characters. Setting, I'll read the characters. Marcus, optimistic, slightly cringy. Alex, friendly, empathetic, emo. Victoria, creepy, likes violence, age 10. Evil guy, evil, full of himself. Setting, a damp, cave-like bunker. At Rise, all the characters are in a big, damp cave. Alex is clenching their stomach in pain. Victoria is passed out on stage left. Marcus and Evil Guy are at center stage, staring daggers into each other's eyes.
Give up already, idiotic child. You stand no chance against me. Is this really how you want your story to end?
I'm not done fighting. I can't let you destroy our world.
What are you talking about? Are you really that dense, you stupid, naive, non-conforming, dumb, humiliating dummy? I am simply trying to rule this world in a blood-covered crown as I stomp down on all who oppose me and lead humanity into an era of darkness.
I think I'm dying, Marcus.
Shut up, young emo. The adults are talking.
Alex falls to the floor.
This world is plagued with ignorant people like you who waste their times on things like sunshine and puppies and snickerdoodles. I'm simply improving the world.
Okay, fine. I'll give you a deal.
A deal, you say? I must say I'm intrigued by this idea. Go on then. State your terms.
You heal my friends and spare us for one day. And during that day, you have to follow us around while we try to show you the good in the world. And at the end of the day, if you still hate the world, we'll leave you alone and let you do whatever you want to the world.
I don't see how I benefit from any of this, seeing how I could always just kill you right now. But I guess I can wait one more day before my eternal reign.
Evil guy claps his hands, and Victoria and Alex immediately stand back up.
Call my name when you decide where to take me.
Evil guy exits stage right.
What happened? Did we beat him?
No, he gave us a day to convince him not to go through with his evil plans.
Can't we just kill him?
No way, that's horrible.
I actually agree with Victoria. We should wait until he's distracted and stab him.
Yay, I'm helping! I can't wait to watch his evil blood splatter in front of me.
Awkward silence as Alex and Marcus look at each other with concern for this child.
Okay, but we should take him to the theme park.
Evil guy, come here!
Evil guy enters the stage and stands next to Victoria. Victoria is visibly uncomfortable.
So, where are you taking me?
Okay, evil guy, we are going to the theme park.
Evil guy claps his hands and they look around. They are now at the theme park.
Here it is, the theme park. It may seem like lazy writing but do you really want to watch us walk here?
Who are you talking to?
Everyone, be quiet. I have a monologue prepared for this.
Marcus clears his throat and takes out note cards.
Do you hear that? The sounds of childhood wonder. The warm, comforting smell of fried dough and overpriced cotton candy. The beautiful giant roller coaster overarching everything else. Everyone loves the theme park.
I am particularly fond of the constant screams from little children.
He points
Is
at
this
something
some
on stage.
type of rainbow-colored torture machine?
No, that's just the dropper ride. They're having fun.
Oh, so your kind also finds terror and fear fun.
Yeah, basically.
How intriguing.
No, you're missing the point. Here, try this.
Marcus hands some fried dough to Evil guy.
It's funnel cake. At least try it.
What is this made out of?
I'm not really sure.
Everyone watches as Evil guy sniffs the food and makes a disgusted face. He picks off a single crumb from the plate and rolls it between his fingers, shaking his head in disapproval. Then he takes a piece of the cake and takes a very, very tiny bite from it. His eyes go wide and he takes a stunned pause before spitting out the food.
What is this disgusting dish? Are you trying to poison me? I would never eat this absolutely repulsive food.
Okay, you don't have to eat
Screw
it.
you, I'm finishing it.
Evil guy takes another bite and smiles.
I think he actually likes it.
I'm bored. Can we go somewhere else?
Yeah, if we stay here much longer, Evil Guy will spend all of our savings on overpriced funnel cake.
Agree, that fried dough was like $20. I'm not buying anymore. Where should we go?
I know a place.
Okay, where is it?
It's a secret. You will have to wait and see. Hey, Evil guy, come here.
Victoria whispers into Evil guy's ears.
Okay, magical time-saving transition part 2.
Evil guy claps his hands and they appear in the stands of a boxing competition.
Ooh, violence, my favorite.
I know, right?
Victoria, why would you bring him here?
So these people fight each other for fun?
It's a bit more complicated than that.
It really isn't. They fight each other until someone can't get up.
And this is allowed?
Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
So beating people up is okay then?
Evil guy runs to exit stage right. Everyone watches him in confusion, and then their expression changes to shock and horror.
Take that, young plebeian! Ha 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 ha!
No, evil guy, that's a child!
Oh my god, he's fighting a kid!
Evil guy screams from off stage.
Ah!
And it looks like the kid is winning!
He bit me!
Let go of the kid! You're probably gonna get hurt!
I'll hurt him more!
Marcus drags evil guy back on stage while evil guy struggles and tries to run away.
Let me at him!
No, evil guy, you can't fight children!
Says who? That was fun to watch.
See, she gets it.
No, evil guy, you can't fight kids. They aren't as strong or experienced as adults.
So no kids then. In that case...
Evil guy looks at Marcus and smiles menacingly, then lunges toward him, tackling him to the ground. Marcus screams and Victoria laughs. Alex pulls evil guy away from Marcus. Then Alex lets evil guy go.
What was that for?
Victoria and Alex start laughing.
I don't get it. You tell me it's okay to fight people, and then you tell me it's not okay to fight kids. So I fight you and you get mad?
Yeah, Marcus, why are you confusing him?
Yeah, Marcus, what the heck?
Boo! Marcus, you suck.
God, you guys are the worst. Just remember, I'm not the one who decided to bring this psychopath to a fight.
Hey, it was a good idea. We are supposed to show him things he likes, and I'm pretty sure evil guy likes fights.
Nope, nothing I like more.
Now, are we going to watch this boxing match or not?
I don't think that's a good idea. I think I see the kid you fought coming back with his parents, and they do not look happy to see us.
Yeah, let's get out of here before we face any of consequences for our actions.
Okay, where are you taking me?
Can it be anywhere?
Yeah, as long as it won't kill me.
Alex and Victoria laugh awkwardly and suspiciously.
In that case, I want to go to a bioluminescent beach.
Magical teleportation active.
Evil guy does a spin and a little dance. Then he strikes a pose, pauses for a minute, and claps his hands. They are now at a seemingly normal-looking beach.
Please never do that again.
Okay, here we are at a bioluminescent beach.
Isn't it supposed to glow?
Oh, yeah, it's still light out, and it needs to be dark to see the bioluminescent properties of the plankton.
Nerd.
I can make it dark if you want.
Yes, please.
Evil guy claps his hands and the stage lights dim.
Now check your watch.
Midnight is in a couple of minutes.
Marcus grabs evil guy.
You put the time back now.
No take-backsies.
Victoria sneaks away and exits stage right during these next lines.
Just kill me already!
Gladly.
We don't have time to argue. Just look at the stars in the sky and the glowing waves on the beach.
I just see a bunch of sweaty middle schoolers.
Please, just try and see things the way I do. This isn't some show for your amusement. This is my life, our life.
Evil guy looks at him in a melancholy way and shows almost a glimpse of humanity.
Here, have this.
They hand something to evil guy.
Snickerdoodle?
Evil guy takes a bite out of the snickerdoodle and looks out to the ocean and audience in deep thought. There is a pause for a while before he looks up in real life.
I think I get it. The world is filled with adrenaline-filled roller coasters and violence and horrors, and before today I would have thought that would be the only thing I would have liked, but now I must admit I prefer moments like this, when all is quiet now. Now I see that hurting others isn't what I really want. I just want to be admired. And being ruler of the world and torturing people isn't gonna make people adore me.
Victoria enters from stage right holding a knife in her hand. She walks up to evil guy from behind and stands behind him. She raises the knife.
I am not going to destroy the world.
Victoria stabs evil guy in the back.
Whoa.
Alex and Marcus look petrified. Victoria stabs him again, multiple times.
Victoria, no!
What? I thought it was supposed to stab him. He was evil.
No.
But he'll be okay, right? Right? Marcus?
The stage fades to black.
Let's give Casey Beach Clark a round of applause. From Virgin's Union Middle School. Hey, where's Virgin's Union Middle School, by the way? There they are, right? Woo, there they are. I'm gonna give a couple minutes for people to put feedback in on their phones, because the wonderful thing about this is she'll get to see that. And also, if anyone would like to make any comments about Casey's play, Sunny Skies and Impending Doom, I can come around with a microphone as well. We got to go to a lot of places, folks. Let's read this one, shall we? That was, yeah. Gita was their playwright.
Yay, Virgins. Woo! Oh my God, yay, Casey, you're on a plane. I loved, I have so many things. The snickerdoodle was such a fun piece of structure. It's like that thing where it's like that, you've heard of Chekhov's gun, where like if a gun is shown in the beginning of a play, it better go off by the end or it somehow needs to be addressed. The snickerdoodle feels like that was a really like intentional part of the playwrights showing us how Evil Guy changes, and I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, Snickerdoodle changed the world, but somebody didn't get the memo. Yeah, super fun. And even though they were doing a cold reading, a huge shout out to our actors. Seth really died up there. Seth, that was very, very moving. Okay, Casey, that was a killer ending. I love it. You're awesome. I liked how the characters were set up as enemies, but the line between good and evil was continuously blurred. I thought it was funny and good. Really funny. And we have percentages. There we go. Anyone else want to talk into the microphone? You can't ask her any. Well, you can. You can ask questions, actually. I'll come up to Joy. You can ask questions that that Casey can ponder, too, even though she can't answer them in real time. All right, Joy, what's your question? Or what's your comment for Casey?
What inspired you to make this play?
All right, so you're wondering what is going on in Casey Clark's brain that allowed her to create a story like this? She's not going to answer. Yet. But yeah, it's a wacky and zany imaginative play. Like, how did she come up with this idea? That's something that we often wonder from our artists, our playwrights. Any that I didn't read out loud before we move on to the next play? What? Oh, why did he have to die when he turned good? Looking out at the bioluminescent ocean and eating his snickerdoodle. Why did he have to die? It was quite a roller coaster of emotions there. It was a roller coaster of emotions that we had, leaving your audience wanting more of this wonderful play. All right, let's give Casey Clark a round of applause. Next up from Addison Repertory Theater, we've got Flying High by Phoebe Raphael. Where is Addison Repertory Theater in the house? Yeah. All right, playing the role of Jenna, we've got Kiana Bromley. Come on down. Yes. Playing the role of Larry, we've got Seth Jarvis. Flight attendant will be played by Kim Jordan. Bernie Sanders will be played by Bernie Sanders. Oh my God. Bernie Sanders will be played by Dennis McSorley. Stage directions will be read by Gita Searforce. And this is Flying High by Phoebe Raphael from Addison Repertory Theater.
There you go. All right. Characters. Jenna, junior co-pilot in her early 30s, very new to being a first officer, nervous but determined. Larry, senior plane captain, 50s or 60s, knows what he's doing most of the time. Flight attendant, seasoned flight attendant for Burlington Airlines, southern accent, very maternal, 40s, 50s. Bernie Sanders, you know who he is, but don't forget his Brooklyn accent. The setting is the cockpit of a Burlington Airways commercial plane. It is imperative that the pilot and co-pilot's chairs are facing the audience. Jenna sits alone in the cockpit, cruising on autopilot. She picks up the intercom and begins speaking.
Good afternoon, passengers. This is your first officer speaking. First, I'd like to welcome everyone on Burlington Airlines Flight 420. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 33,000 feet at an airspeed of 400 miles per hour. The cabin crew will be coming around shortly to offer you a light snack and beverage, and please enjoy all of our in-flight entertainment options. I'll talk to you again before we reach our destination. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Jenna sighs and presses a button above her head. Flight attendant enters from the cabin.
Hey, Jenna, you need something? Yeah, Larry's been gone for a little while now. Do you know where he went?
Saw him go to the restroom some time ago. Need me to check on him?
Yeah, that would be great. As insufferable as he is, I'm kind of lost without him. He hasn't left me alone this long since I started last week.
You're doing great for what it's worth.
I'm glad you think so, but Larry doesn't. He's been nitpicking every single thing I've tried to do, and he won't stop calling me rookie.
He'll ease up once you spend a little more time with him. You'll see.
I hope you're right.
Flight attendant exits. Soon after, a noise is heard off stage. Larry enters.
There you are. What took you so long?
Larry is visibly high, tripping over his own feet. Jenna squints at Larry, trying to figure out what's wrong with him. He plops down into a seat.
Rookie. Great to see you. How are you?
Are you okay?
Yeah, never mind.
Waving Jenna off.
Okay. Looks like we're anticipating some turbulence up ahead. What do you want to do?
Huh?
We're approaching some rough air.
I knew that. Larry, air traffic control. Sky's getting bumpy. Over. Roger. Check.
What is going on with you? You're being weird. What did you say you were doing in the bathroom again?
Taking my vitamins. I like chewing them.
That doesn't explain why you were in there for such a long time. Did you fall in the toilet?
What? No.
Seriously, gross.
She stands, but is shaken by some sudden turbulence.
Oh, I need to pee.
She exits. Larry lets out a snort once Jenna leaves. Flight attendant enters, sees Larry, but doesn't suspect anything.
Oh, Larry, can you make a quick announcement about the turbulence? I felt a little something back there, and the seatbelt signs aren't on yet.
Larry puts out his hand for the intercom. Flight attendant hands it to him and exits.
This is your captain speaking. What up?
Jenna rushes back on stage.
You better hold on to your panties, 'cause...
Jenna forcibly snatches the intercom from Larry. She puts it back on the wall. Larry cackles.
What are you doing?
My announcement, which you so rudely interrupted.
Did you hit your head? You don't say what up to your passengers.
While Jenna is talking, Larry is mocking her. Jenna notices that mocking and swats Larry's arm.
I mean it. It's highly unprofessional. You, of all people, should know that. Are you high or something?
Stop yelling at me, woman. I will start crying. I don't even know what you're yelling about.
You're high, aren't you? You decided it would be a great idea to get stoned in the bathroom while you're supposed to be piloting a plane?
I was taking my vitamins. Jenna.
What?
My daughter. She's in college and she's visiting home right now. We share a bathroom and a medicine cabinet.
You think you took your daughter's weed gummies instead of your old man vitamins? How many did you take?
Many. But I can still fly. I swear, I have passengers depending on me.
He begins pressing buttons on the dashboard.
Absolutely not. I'm not letting that happen.
Attempting to block Larry from using the controls, struggling.
No way I'm letting you fly high.
Larry and Jenna begin sissy fighting. Flight attendant enters,
Captain, oh, Lord have mercy.
breaks up the fight,
What has gotten into you two?
pressing a button.
You never turned the seatbelt sign on. Now, would you please focus on keeping this bird in the air instead of slapping at each other?
Lifting his hand, beginning to crank up his middle finger.
I'll show her, bird.
Jenna pushes his hand back down. She hands Larry some water.
Here, drink this.
Larry takes the water but puts it down without drinking.
I'm hungry.
Not my problem. I need to figure out how to fly this thing without you. You can go sober up with the flight attendants.
Please, Jenna, who knows how much time I have left on God's green earth? This could be my last chance to fly before I ascend to the heavens. Let me do what I love just one more time before I pass on.
I don't think God approves of psychoactive drugs.
How do you know? You've never met him?
Flight attendant enters, unnoticed.
Jenna,
God?
what? No. Clearly, something's going on up here. Anything I can help out with?
Larry seems to be under the influence.
He's drunk?
He's stoned. Mixed up his daughter's edibles with his daily vitamins. Can you take him to the back where he can't mess with anything?
Gosh, sure. Never in my 30 years working here have I ever seen something like this. Come on, Larry. I can hook you up with some pretzels.
Flight attendant exits with Larry. Jenna resumes piloting the plane. After a couple beats, Larry enters slowly, crawling on all fours. He begins pressing random buttons on the dashboard from the floor, progressively giggling louder and louder until Jenna notices.
God damn it, Larry!
Larry rises to his feet and clears his throat,
Lovely to see you again, madam.
tipping his hat to Jenna, whether he's wearing one or not.
Is it really that hard to just sit and eat pretzels without moving? Jesus!
My name is Larry.
Larry scoffs. Flight attendant enters.
Sorry, I didn't notice him slip away. I thought you were hungry.
Hunger can wait. I have got a plane to fly. Woo!
He's gotta burn out at some point, right? What do I do? I feel like I'm babysitting a temperamental toddler.
Here, just have a seat. I'll see what I can do.
She starts to leave, but pauses, contemplating. She hands Jenna a paper bag.
This should help you calm down.
Jenna takes the paper bag and begins breathing heavily into it, eyes screwed shut. Flight attendant exits. Larry stares at the paper bag in Jenna's hand and procures his own. He sits, satisfied, hyperventilating in tandem with Jenna. Flight attendant re-enters.
I found a replacement.
Larry and Jenna cease their hyperventilating.
Really, who?
Bernie Sanders enters.
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders, what are you doing here?
I think I could be of some assistance, seeing as I am on this flight every single day. I figure I have a pretty good idea of how it goes.
Isn't there some sort of maximum age for piloting?
Not that I'm aware of. Isn't it perfect, though? Who better to pilot this flight?
Jenna slowly brings the paper bag back to her face.
Bernie. Burn Man. The Burninator. Are you here to replace my co-pilot? She doesn't seem to be doing too hot over here.
Jenna puts down the paper bag to look over at Larry.
No, just move aside, kid.
Oh, Mitten Man, I appreciate your concern, but I feel fine. Never been better.
Hey, so you got high. Whatever, it happens. Nothing you can do. But it's not worth jeopardizing your career over. Listen, you just sit back, enjoy the ride, let me take it from here.
He's right, Larry. If the airline finds out you took edibles on the plane, you're out of here.
Larry sighs and resigns his seat to Bernie. Bernie sits immediately, starts fiddling with the dashboard like the professional that he is.
So, Bernie, how come you always take these commercial flights down to D.C.? Why don't you take a government private jet or something if you go so often?
Are you kidding? Those kinds of carbon emissions are reserved for the top 1%, like the rest of you. But I love the airport, and it's good for my campaign.
What a man.
She exits.
Sitting back to relax actually doesn't sound too bad. Do you have this all under control, Mr. Sanders?
Please, please, please. I know this route like the back of my hand. I could do this with my eyes closed.
Okay, please don't do that. Hey, hand me that bag again.
Bernie smirks and hands Jenna the bag. She grabs a couple edibles from the bag and pops them into her mouth. Jenna and Larry sit behind Bernie, giggling and watching him land the plane.
Ladies and gentlemen, Burlington Airlines welcomes you to Washington, D.C. The local time is 4:20 p.m. and the weather is partly cloudy. For your safety and the safety of those around you, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and keep the aisle clear until we are parked at the gate. Once the fasten seatbelt sign has been turned off, it's safe to exit the aircraft. Thank you for flying with us.
Let's get our playwright up here.
Thank you. All right. Wow. We really went there. We really went there. Wow. Phoebe, tell us about the experience of coming up with the idea to write this play.
I just felt I had something to say. And this is how I said it. Thank you.
I think a lot of people feel like this was something that needed to be said. We're so glad you said it. Anyone have a question for our playwright? Anyone want to ask Phoebe a question or give her some feedback before the texts start rolling in? Phoebe, what was one of the most difficult parts of crafting this into a 10-minute piece? Like, where were the struggles and how did you address those struggles?
When I was writing this, I kind of struggled with coming up with enough content to fill up the 10 minutes. So I just put in a lot of stage directions, and I think that helped.
There were a lot of stage directions. They were very busy, and it read up here in a cold reading format. Okay, here we go. Yay. Bernie Sanders' impression was pretty darn good. Silly play, liked it. Love the accents. Is it, okay, so I'm an English teacher, so is it, why Bernie? Or is it, why Bernie? I guess we'll never know, but if we're gonna take them at their word, then it's, why Bernie?
I like him.
Okay. All right, so why Bernie? Because, you're a Vermont playwright writing about Vermonty things, and I know we had some Bernie fans up in the front of the audience, I could tell. Phoebe, you are the most epic person of all time.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, what sparked the idea for being in an airplane and taking your vitamins?
Seth was our playwright who came to visit our school, and he told us to think of locations, and I thought a plane would be really funny, and also it's moving, but you can't see it moving if you're inside of it. So, yeah, I just kind of built it around that. I don't really know.
So funny, laughing my head off the whole time. Great concept, but definitely scary idea to be a passenger. Yeah.
Not if you don't know about it.
Okay, we've got a couple audience comments or questions.
Thank you. So Phoebe, did you have the idea of having Bernie in the play from the get-go, or did you start writing this play about a plane and then get Bernie in there later?
The second one. He just kind of appeared in my head. I was like, oh, he's in the play now.
That was the same question.
It was the same question. Yeah.
I was just going to say, having been, flying out of Burlington as a place to go, it is so common to run into who else is on the plane look around, and I really resonated with that. So I really appreciated like that there's someone like a Bernie Sanders, like someone on that plane that comes out, and it just like that moment was a connection. So thank you.
Simple yet very entertaining, realistic yet just the right amount of silliness. Side caret 3, whatever that means. Oh,
Okay, Mom.
all right. Please do, throughout the day, feel free to keep those comments coming. The playwrights do get to see all of them after the fact, so never too late. Let's give Phoebe Raphael from Addison Repertory Theater a round of applause. Oh, thank you. All right, I just realized midway through that I have a different order than your program, and I apologize for that. So it makes it more fun though, right? Next up on my list is Spalding High School. Where's Spalding High School? Yeah, Spalding High School. We've got our playwright from Spalding High School, Cazifer Jewett. Cazifer, yeah, right there. All right. And their play, a play about shoplifting, has Gita Searforce playing Judith, Tatum Raphael playing Ryan, and Jory Raphael playing David. We've got Seth Jarvis reading stage directions. Hold on to your hats, folks. We've got Cazifer Jewett's play, a play about shoplifting from Spalding High School.
Characters are Judith, 78, cashier at BDS Market and Pharmacy, secret socialist. Brian, 17, also a cashier at BDS Market and Pharmacy, really worried about being fired, irritated. David, 45, master of disguise, secret manager. Setting BDS Market and Pharmacy, a 50s themed store. At Rise, Judith and Ryan are working together at their job when something goes awry.
Yes, you too. Have a BDS morning, ma'am.
The woman walks away. Ryan sighs hard.
That woman had some jugs, huh?
God, Judith, what is wrong with you?
I'm sorry, dearie. See something, say something, eh?
Ryan rolls his eyes and turns back to his register.
God, I hate this job. First, the weird 50s theme, then my favorite coworker gets laid off and I'm stuck with you. Roller skates don't even make sense for a cashier. I don't go anywhere. I can't take this much longer. I should have taken the Five Below job.
Customer approaches.
Did you find everything all right, sir?
Yes. The mothballs were a little hidden, though.
Ryan, dear, could you help me, please?
Ryan sighs and makes his way to Judith's checkout line. Customer shoves gum in his pockets.
What's wrong?
Oh, I just dropped my name tag. My back joints are fused together in 4 places, you see?
Oh, right. Maybe you should get a lanyard or something so you stop dropping it all the time.
Oh, yes, a lanyard. Perhaps my granddaughter would crochet me one.
Sure, whatever.
He turns to his checkout, oblivious.
Have a BDS morning, sir.
Customer walks off.
BDS morning. That's such an obvious BDSM joke. Who okayed that marketing deal? Jesus Christ! I'm a minor. Like, why can I work here? And what the hell does that have to do with the 50s theme? Lord, my life is so ridiculous. I can't.
Customer pulls up. It's obviously the same guy with a different hat. Ryan, none the wiser.
Find everything all right, sir?
Honestly, I had some trouble.
As this occurs, Judith is fiddling with the lottery machine over yonder.
Yeah. This remodel is kind of confusing, huh?
Yeah, most of the time when stores like this remodel, they never seem to know how to design a layout to save their lives.
Yeah, that'll be God bless it, Judith!
Judith has opened the machine. Things begin to fall out.
Oh, Ryan, leave that man to his groceries and help an old lady like myself out.
Hell, Judith, what are you doing?
I just thought this money could could use some cleaning while nobody is going through my line.
Well, people are going through my line. You know I'm not supposed to leave my register. What if people shoplift?
Oh, don't be silly, dear. Who would do something like that?
Judith, I cannot keep doing this. If David finds out I've been leaving my register while customers are about, I might lose my job. I can't lose this, and I can't go out like Tyler.
Oh, yes, that would be terrible. Awful. Instead of a termination letter, they do it 50s gang style here and just beat you with big clubs.
The customer has walked off. Ryan returns to his register.
Shit, that guy didn't pay. Oh God, I am so screwed.
Hold on, young man. Let me put in the secret shoplift override code.
Inputs a code and the cash register dings.
Judith, how the...
Judith has gone back to her register. Another customer comes through. It's still the same guy, with a mustache and new hat this time.
Hi, sorry. Did you find everything all right?
No, young man, I did not. Why aren't there more of you walking around? I could have really used some help looking for toothpicks and a sweet combs to pull back my greased hair with. You know, like,
Yes, sir, the 50 style. You know, this company mandate all employees to do their hair like this. Slick back with pomade. One little strand hanging out the front, you know.
He gestures to his hair. Customer looks back at Judith, sporting a similar style.
Kinda clashes with your glasses.
That'll be 23:29. Have a BDS morning.
Customer leaves. Before long, another has shown up. Still the same guy.
Did you find everything all right, sir?
I guess so. Is there a manager around these parts?
I think he's on break. There's Jude.
He looks back. She's not there.
She must be on break too. No, sorry, it's just me right now. What can I help you with?
Oh, nothing. I was just curious.
Okay. 15:48. Have a BDS morning.
Customer pays and leaves. Ryan sighs again.
I can't wait to get the hell out of here. Sooner I don't have to deal with this whack-ass job, the better. I'll be able to buy that sweet car and travel the country.
Another customer approaches. It is still the same guy.
Did you find everything all right today, sir?
Actually, I have a question. You see, I'm the single father of a...
Loud crash.
Excuse me, just for a moment, sir.
Ryan runs to find that Judith is on her hands and knees in aisle 3, containers of pomade surrounding her.
Oh, Ryan, it's so good to see you. I seem to have had a mishap.
Jesus Christ! Not again, Judith! You know David hates it when you screw up the pomade aisle. God, hell! He's gonna fire me!
Oh, well, that seems a little harsh, don't you think? You're just a spry teenage boy. I'm sure David will go easy on you. Besides, it's all due to the meandering of a silly old lady such as myself, isn't it?
Not so, Judith.
David! Oh my God, this is a really bad time. I'm usually more vigilant than this, I swear.
Not so, Ryan. I've seen everything.
How? You've been on break, haven't you?
No, you fool! I've been using my masterful skills of disguise to monitor your performance.
You've been the customers coming through my line this whole time?
Yep. And I've managed to get away with shoplifting every single time. And you know how seriously we take shoplifting here. It's an extremely measly crime that takes minor funds away from our huge corporation. In the long run, it doesn't really truly affect anything. But if we make it seem like a really big deal, then we get even more money. Our execs need those measly numbers, Ryan.
I know!
And our theming. I mean, how can we sell a perfect 50s ideology if people think that we are stealing in the 50s? That doesn't make this seem like the ideal time period at all.
David, have you been shoplifting all day just to see if I'd notice?
Well, of course. Especially after Tyler allowing that woman to walk out of here with a full car.
She was a jobless single mother, and he paid for half of that.
Oh, he paid in full. Our guys with the big clubs made sure of that. And now, they're gonna make you pay as well.
A can of pomade flies out and hits David in the head. He turns to shout, but more fly at him, knocking him over. It's Judith.
Run, boy! Get out while you still can!
I will! Thank you, Judith!
Ryan begins to escape. He trips over his roller skates and hits his head, killing him instantly.
Oh, darn.
You'll pay for this, Judith!
Chucks another can of pomade at him. He falls and hits his head, also dying.
That was wonderful.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Everyone just take a deep breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Here you go. You're going to hold on to that. Yeah. All right. Did you love it? Cassifer, we loved it so much. Let's give Cassifer a round of applause. Cassifer, do it. We're concerned, but we loved it. Tell us a little bit about coming up with an idea like this for your play for this year's VYP.
Okay, so I had absolutely nothing for the weeks that I had to write this. So one night, me and my girl Delilah over there, we were trying to write some stuff on call with a friend, and I kind of gave him access to the Google Doc and was like, hey, can you give me something here? So he wrote me a really inappropriate and bad draft that I then presented at our next meeting with our playwright, which kind of spiraled out into this, so it's mostly I wrote most of it, but like the core ideas was really a collaborative effort. So.
Yeah, I think with all art that we need to look to our collaborators, we need to look for inspiration. They come from all sorts of places, yeah. So funny, loved all the characters and Judith especially. Wow, that felt like a fever dream. It was really funny and really silly death ending. Why would you kill him? Did I get the inflection right?
I thought that a great twist ending would be that nobody wins except Judith, who I imagine probably wins every time this happens.
And that is so true. Each one of the characters was so, Judith especially was so beautifully rendered, like sometimes we use older characters to, we write them off, but Judith had a lot of fight in her. And that image of the pomade cans getting hucked over from the aisle 3, whatever it was very visceral. I think we talked about what inspired you to write this. That store is not a place I'd want to work either. I can't read the next one just yet. What was the 50s, what was the 1950s thing in the pomade? Like, how did that come into being in this play for you?
I fully do not remember how that became part of it. I think I thought the idea of having to work at a register, which I've never done, by the way, wearing roller skates would be really stupid. Yeah.
Now I can read it, I think. I like the idea that the entire company's goal was 50s propaganda. Side note, great acting. Let's give a round of applause to our actors here. They make it look so easy, folks, but they're working with good material, too. So it's just, it's all the things. Anyone in the audience want to ask a question or give a comment in the microphone? Yeah, Gita.
I love the 50s propaganda piece, whether or not it was intentional, because it really pulled out that in each of the character descriptions, you know, secret communist, secret manager, and that idea, the line that somebody says that would give the impression that there was stealing in the 50s. But there's something so funny about it, like it's silly, and that has meaning to it that pulls you into like, why would they choose this? Like there's artifice, they're pretending. Everybody's pretending. There's a secret. Anyway, I love that.
Yeah, I truly believe the corporations are evil, and I thought that I wanted to write a comedy, but also like sneak in a little bit of my own personal belief.
You were one of our Bernie Sanders fans.
Yes.
Yeah. We were big fans. Over here to one of our actors of the play.
I just want to know, why did you make Ryan so cool and the best character?
He actually went through quite an arc in creating him. He was a lot more like rude and like sort of not edgy, but like very like irritated and like slow kind of, I guess, character, like the kind of irritated teenager you'd expect. And he wasn't as like chipper with his job, but he slowly turned into like a more nervous guy. He was probably my favorite to write beside Judith. And you did great. That was perfect.
I'm curious why you made David so great and the best character. Seriously. I'm curious, though, about, it felt very much like there was an A plot kind of and a B plot, and I'm curious at what point in the writing process did you have the manager start to be part of the thing for the whole time, or was that part of the plan from the beginning?
I think in the first draft that I mentioned where my friend kind of helped, I wrote his character. I just had the characters out and I let my friend go wild with it, but one of the characters that I wrote in was David, single father, and that was it. And I think that he was gonna try and like shoplift something, and it was gonna be more like, let's have sympathy for him, but the idea came to me that it would be funnier if this was like a employee review type of thing in like the most ridiculous way possible. And I did think about adding a line of like, don't you know all companies do this all the time? Your manager has gone through your line in disguise 7 times.
I think we need to talk about the elephant in the room. Gratuitous death. The ending of the life force. With just Judith left standing, what do you want the takeaway to be for your audience in this play? What do you want them to go home with?
Capitalism is bad. Thanks. Gee whiz. Managers are evil, inherently. All elderly socialists are great. And never wear roller skates.
Okay, Pacifer Jewett. Round of applause. Thank you so much. Whew. That was super fun. All right. But the fun's not over yet, folks. It's just getting started. All right, I need the right sheet. Next up, we're St. Johnsbury Academy. Yeah, no, like hands in the air, like you just don't care. There, now we can see them. There they are. All right, we've got a play from St. Johnsbury Academy playwright Simon Robertson. Simon Robertson again. Yeah. Do you want to come down closer so you can really, really see the show? All right. You got to be able to see them, so come right on down. Well, should we put you just in the front row because I think our actors are about to come up. Playing in Phantom Pains, we've got Sarah, played by Phoebe Raphael, and we've got Cole, played by Daniel Gibson, and Kim Jordan will be reading the stage directions. Let's give it up for Simon Robertson's Phantom Pains.
Characters. Sarah, 19, the ghost of a college student who died from a stab wound in her lower back, but unaware of who did it.
pale-faced and wears a white dress. Cole, 18, emotionally unstable college student, Sarah's murderer. Setting, Cole's dorm room. A door on one side leads to the hallway. A window is on the opposite side. By the door is a desk spread with paper, writing utensils, scissors, and an everyday carry pocket knife. A bunk bed sits in the corner by the window. At Rise, Cole sits curled up on the floor at center stage. After a moment, Sarah enters stage left looking quite tired.
Sarah, you're here. Aren't you generally supposed to knock when you enter someone's room?
We've known each other for years. It's fine. I'm technically always with you anyway.
I guess it is your room, too.
Sarah slowly sits down next to Cole, wincing from the pain of an old stab wound in her lower back.
Are you feeling that pain in your back again?
It's fine. It's sharp, but it's fine. What's on your mind, Cole? You look upset again.
I had another outburst. Dr. Quincy was chewing me out for some old missing assignments again, but she's the one who kept telling me to take time off after you died. I took it off so I could stay here with you and work on myself, since I can only talk with you in private.
I know, Cole, but it has been 4 months. I can't be here with you forever. At some point, you need to get your life back together, and I need to find who killed me and pass on.
You can't leave me!
Don't threaten me.
I know. I need to do better, like you've told me so many times.
Be one with emotions. They don't guide you, and you don't guide them.
They are your partner, not your master nor your slave.
Exactly.
Sarah, can I ask you something? There's been something on my mind.
Of course. What is it?
If there was something you could change about me, what would it be?
You should be much more honest with yourself and others. I would make you see things how they are. After knowing you for 7 years, you barely understand what you're feeling or how your behavior from these emotions affects anyone else.
Like what? How do I not understand? You don't understand how much anger or sadness I feel. No, you don't see how things are for me.
You know that's not what I meant, Cole.
You want me to be honest with people? I can't tell the people who constantly tell me to just stop being angry and calm down. That saying just pisses me off more. My father's the worst. He screams at me, but when I mention how furious I am about anything, he tells me that I need to control myself. Honestly, that doesn't get me anywhere. I can't even tell you.
Tell me what, Cole? It might be hard, but let's work on honesty. It's safe here. You can talk to me.
It's nothing.
Nothing is never actually nothing.
Just Eleanor.
What about Eleanor?
Sarah waits for a response. Cole awkwardly averts his eyes and does not answer.
Cole, honest people are good people. What do you need to tell me about Eleanor? I barely remember my final moments with her, and for some reason, you're the one I'm stuck with. Not my girlfriend of 3 years, not my mother, but you, my helicopter friend who can't survive on his own.
Eleanor always made me so angry. She made me so jealous, too. You and I were friends before you met her, and it was perfect.
Sarah stands abruptly, clutching her back and inhaling sharply from the pain. She stumbles away and steadies herself on the desk.
Cole.
You knew me for 4 years before you met Eleanor, and in weeks she was everything you talked about. You stopped caring about me.
Sarah reaches for the pocket knife on the desk behind her, unseen by Cole.
Cole, take a deep breath. You're getting agitated.
That's why I made sure we went to college together, and now I have you completely to myself, Sarah.
Stepping closer to Sarah.
It made me furious that you loved her and not me. You can't talk to her anymore, so it's okay. All the jealousy is gone.
No, I love her. I was taken away from her and I barely know how.
Pacing away from Cole.
I feel so betrayed. God decided that I needed to help you get over your emotions before I can move on to heaven, or hell, or whatever's next.
Stops and turns to look at Cole.
You're glad that I can't be with the people I love? You were a great friend, Cole, but first of all, I'm a lesbian, and second, you're in...
Cole steps forward and slaps Sarah, but it makes no sound.
Don't say it.
I thought you couldn't hurt me now that I don't have a body, but Jesus, Cole, that hurts.
You say I'm not honest enough? You say I'm not honest, and that makes me a liar, right? Good people don't lie, so here's the truth. Sarah. God had no part in you being here. He didn't give you purpose. I did. With some oculate research, I kept you here. I felt so lost, and I needed you here because no one else gets me. So do not speak another word, Sarah, or I might also kill Damn it.
Cole turns to walk away and starts biting his nails. Sarah stares at Cole, first terrified, then enraged as she realizes Cole is her murderer. Sarah then composes herself with a plan. Cole fails to realize she figured it out.
I'm sorry, Cole. I never meant to lead you on. Since I am here, I may as well help you. I have no other options.
Oh. Well, yes, I do need to be a better person. I knew you would understand. You always understand, Sarah. You've always been so much smarter than me.
Let's have you get a nice breath of air, shall we? I can't breathe or feel the breeze or the gentle touch of a loved one, but you still can. Open a window.
You're right. I'll do that.
Cole goes and opens the window.
Eleanor loved the April breeze. Now let's try some meditation. Sit on the ground in front of the window, close your eyes, and keep them shut.
Cole kneels in front of the window.
Meditation helps calm your body and mind. Trust me.
I trust you, Sarah. I always have.
Good. Don't respond. Concentrate on my words. Feel a little buzzing in your fingertips and toes. Let that little buzzing grow. Let it move up to your hands and feet. I don't remember quite what it's like, but you should feel it. Let it crawl up your arms and calves, tingling in your muscles. I will never strain or relax again. Up to your waist and shoulders.
Grabbing the pocket knife from the desk.
Let it take over your whole body. Your fingers, toes, arms, legs, chest, head, and hair. Feel the cool, gentle April breeze. Feel your still beating heart. Cherish them for a moment.
Sarah holds the pocket knife to Cole's back.
What is that?
Overcome with shock as he realizes it's a knife.
Sarah, you were never supposed to know what happened. I made everything better. I killed you because you said it would help me, but you gave all your time to Eleanor, not me. It wasn't fair, Sarah. If you kill me, I can't get better. It wouldn't be fair.
You speak of fairness? Is it fair to make me feel nothing? Concentrate, Cole. Think of a small, unbearable pain in your lower back and nothing else. Imagine you could feel nothing but that every single day for 4 months. Is that fair?
This isn't fair, Sarah.
Sarah drives the knife into Cole's back. Cole screams in pain.
You weren't honest. Dishonest people are bad people, Cole. I do understand you. You killed me so you could take me from Eleanor. You kept me here to torture me in some deeply misguided attempt to make you feel good about yourself. Your last mistake, and oh, was it a serious one, was threatening the love of my prematurely ended life.
Sarah pulls the knife out of Cole's back.
Now I'll never leave you, Sarah. The souls of the murdered haunt their killer. We'll be together forever, Sarah. I can't hurt anyone else, and I'll be with the one I love.
Falling to the ground.
Until the end of time.
Sarah drops the knife and looks up in absolute horror. Black.
Simon Robertson. Let's give him a round of applause. There we go. Woo. Got all the feels on that one. Simon, how'd you come up with the idea for this play?
So my first draft was Sarah was just a ghost, but the twist was going to be that she was dead. I was trying to make too many twists, honestly. But I just, we were writing with John. Where is he?
Where's John?
He's away. Okay. But I don't know, just writing.
Just evolved. You had an idea
Yeah.
of a ghost, so you knew
Yeah.
there was gonna be phantom.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like, the idea of the fact that she felt that physical pain came later for your title.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure my good friend Marcus is the one that came up with the title Phantom Pains.
Ooh, Marcus. Snaps for Marcus. Nice. Very good. Love the murder twist. I actually have no words. That was fantastic. The script was amazing. The twists, right? The twists. Hashtag slay? Yes. Yeah, you made me say that. All right. Yeah, and the twist is all about deciding which ones you keep and which ones you, like, we call it killing our darlings, right? Right, Gita, like, you let some of them go for the purposes of that. Tell us, I was wondering more about this, the twist with Cole about the occult research. He did?
So I do a lot of research about, like, one of my big things is zombie apocalypses. I have major issues with most zombie media, but let's not get into that. And I just love, like, you know, all the different ways that ghosts are interpreted and made. It's just kind of a minor obsession of mine. And so I wanted to use, like, you know, Sarah as a metaphor sort of for, you know, Cole's psychosis and like a way of dealing with grief and, like, all this stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, so you actually did do some research, some occult research for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not on your school's Wi-Fi network, right?
A little bit,
Can you?
yeah.
No, yes, no. Just checking. Let's see, we've got, good job, Simon. I like the ghost. I feel bad for Sarah. Get that girl back to her girlfriend, right? Eleanor. Whew. That was amazing. The writing was fantastic, and the way the plot moves and everything about it was amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, in fact, I wanted to kind of just ask a follow-up. Like, you had to figure out a beginning, middle, and end, and who wins? My question is, in your mind, like,
nobody
wins?
wins. Nobody wins.
Nobody wins. All right.
Yeah.
That was very authentic. If ghosts were real, maybe, then I would not even question its reality. Sarah deserves better. Why'd she get stuck with him? I love this play and how Cole stays obsessed even though he got killed by her. Raw and emotional. Great performances. This is the part where we give our actors a round of applause.
Thank you so much.
Daniel and Phoebe. Unsettling and captivating in a slow yet effective way. Speechless with the end. Fire. I started silently cheering when my killer prediction was confirmed.
Good job.
This was so fire. I absolutely need to see this fully performed as a screenplay or short film. Possibilities with lighting and scene would be wonderful. Amazingly written, and the characters felt so real. Yeah, people would like you to continue and expand this and turn this into more Cole, more Sarah. Maybe we'll even see Eleanor in that version, maybe. It was really interesting how the ghost felt pain. I liked how the pain increased when she found out Cole was the killer. The ending was chilling. I love how it ended in tragedy. I just lost it. I love how serious but captivating your play is. Love how it ended in tragedy. It was awesome. Thank you. I love ghosts as a metaphor for dealing with grief. Always a fave. Okay, I'm going to ask if anyone wants to add anything for Simon.
Two things. Number one, there's something always interesting about having cold readings when you hear the stage directions, which you know, there was some spoilers initially for the audience, but I think that's also kind of fun to be able to watch the show and kind of know some stuff that's going on. But I'm assuming in a fully staged version of this, that twist would be a true twist. The other thing is, I'm curious about her being a ghost and having the ability to manipulate objects.
Yeah. So one, like, that's a common thing in, you know, some, you know, poltergeists and whatnot. I tried to, when she initially reached for the knife out of fear of Cole, I tried to set up that, like Chekhov's gun, that she can interact with reality and with, like, you know, you're supposed to knock. So, like, yeah, sometimes there's a couple of things ghosts can interact with in media.
Yeah, it's great.
Simon Robertson, let's give a round of applause. Awesome job. Oh, it's time for our bonus round. ART, Addison Repertory Theater. We've got Lucas Flinner, right? I'm not making this up, right? Wait, tell me what I need to know again. Lucas is still at his test?
Yeah.
Fine then. All right. I hope it was worth it, Lucas. We are going to still read Lucas's play because we cast it. So this is Perfect by Lucas Flinner from Addison Repertory Theater. Kiana Bromley will be playing the part of Leah, and Daniel Gibson will be playing the role of Thomas, and Gita Seifers will be reading stage directions. Let's give it up for Lucas.
Oh, I get to play an 18-year-old. This is so fun.
Thank you. Am I the right one? Perfect? Perfect by Lucas Flinner. Characters: Leah, 18 years old, Thomas, 18 years old. The setting is a mountain peak at dusk. Thomas sits alone at the peak for a few moments before Leah enters.
Thomas!
Leah!
Leah runs to Thomas and hugs him.
I missed you so much.
I miss you too.
How was your first semester?
Good. The dorms aren't great, but it's okay. How about you?
It's incredible. California is so beautiful, and the academics are everything I hoped them to be. It's been hard without you, though. It's really nice to see you.
Thanks for meeting me here.
The view is amazing.
Just wait for the sunset. You'll see it in a few minutes. It's absolutely gorgeous.
I can't wait. I've never been up here before. Are you sure we're safe on top of a volcano?
Oh, yeah, it's not active. The last eruption was like 100 years ago. It's pretty much just a regular mountain now.
Okay. But if the ground starts shaking, we're getting out of here.
I've been coming here for 8 years and haven't felt a single tremor. Don't worry.
8 years? How come you never told me about this spot?
Well, I don't know. It's always been the place I go to be alone. Just me and the mountain. I hadn't told anyone about it, but now I guess I really like you. And we've been together so long, and I don't want to be alone with the mountain anymore. I want to be alone with you.
Thomas, you're so sweet.
I love you, Leah.
I love you more. Thomas, can I talk to you about something?
Of course.
I've been thinking a lot about it, and I want to stay with you. Long distance isn't easy, but it's worth it. As long as we really try, we'll be okay. And if we can make it through college, we can make it through anything. I want to spend my life with you.
I don't know what to say.
I know it's a lot, but we agreed we'd revisit this. And I know, and I need to know that you can do this.
Leah, I wanted to talk to you about something too.
Okay, what is it?
You know, I was going through a lot last year.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was really messed up after what happened with Jake, and it's not like I had the best mental health before that either. And I've been feeling completely lost, and honestly, being with you has kind of been the only thing keeping me sane through it all. You're so kind and clever and wonderful.
Hey, don't thank me. I've seen how hard you've worked to get better. You've come so far in the last few months.
Leah, that's the thing. I haven't.
Of course you have. Don't undersell yourself.
No. Leah, look. We need to be done.
What?
I'm sorry, Leah, but I need you to...
What are you talking
Leah,
about?
I'm done.
No, what? But after all we've been through together, you're gonna tell me we're done? As if this whole relationship meant nothing to you? I thought we were...
No, Leah, I'm done.
I thought we had something real, something special, something worth fighting for. Why are you doing this? Is long distance just too hard for you? Maybe if you just put a little more effort into this.
Leah, please listen to me. I have not come so far since Jake. I've not been getting better. I've been getting worse. I'm not done with you. I'm done with all of it. Leah, I'm going to end it. I need you to leave me behind. I need you to move on, and when I'm dead and gone, it won't be so hard. You'll have forgotten about me by then.
Thomas, I can't forget about you.
You have to. Please.
Can't we figure something else out? Life might feel like too much to handle right now, but if you give it some time, then maybe...
I've made my decision, Leah.
Thomas, I can't lose you.
I'm sorry.
Thomas?
Yeah.
You feel those tremors, right?
Yeah.
It could just be an earthquake.
Earthquakes don't make the snow melt. You should go, Leah.
Aren't you coming with me?
I'd rather die here than at the bottom of a river. Get out before it's too late.
No, come with me, please, Thomas.
I'm staying.
I'm not leaving you.
Yes, you are.
Why do you have to be so stubborn?
Why do you...
You know, it's scientifically proven fact that natural disasters always target stupid guys that try to break up with their girlfriends, their loving girlfriends.
Oh, is that what happened with your ex?
Yep. All he said to me was, so I met this girl at summer camp and then a meteor hit him. Oh my God, Thomas. I haven't heard your laugh in months. I can't believe I didn't notice. I can't believe I didn't see how much pain you were going through. Maybe you're right to leave me.
No. Leah, you've been amazing. I couldn't ask for better.
Of course you could. If I had paid more attention to your actual feelings, then we wouldn't be in this whole situation.
It was my decision not to tell you what was going on. That's my fault, not yours.
Let's call it 50-50?
Sure. 50-50.
I just wish we had more time.
I've thought about it. You know, more time. I've imagined spending a whole lifetime with you. I thought maybe we could have a house together someday. I wanted to build a house right here on this mountain and live in it with you. I guess that wouldn't have worked out so well because of the whole volcano thing, but I wanted to raise maybe a couple kids with you. I thought we could adopt because that seems like such a wonderful thing to do, taking someone in and making them family.
I would love that so much, Thomas. We can still have it. Please, just come with me.
After what happened, I'm not sure I deserve it.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean, Leah. Jake's overdose.
Thomas.
I gave him the stuff that killed him. I was the one who got him into that shit in the first place. I'm responsible for the death of my friend. People like that don't get happy families.
It wasn't your fault, Thomas. Besides, you were trying to get away from that stuff.
So what? I didn't try hard enough. Instead, it took me murdering my friend to get sober. I deserve to die too.
No, you don't. People make mistakes. Some are worse than others, but no matter how bad, you can always redeem yourself, Thomas. I've made mistakes too.
Not anything like this.
That's true. But remember when I told Kylie that I saw her boyfriend go home with another girl and they broke up because of it? And then 2 weeks later, I found out the girl was his sister?
That was pretty bad.
And I felt absolutely horrible about it. My friendship with Kylie has never recovered after that. But I did. I know your situation is worse, but you can get better. I can help you get better.
You're really sweet, Leah, but I can't get better. I wish I could, but I can't. I need you to get out of here before it's too late.
I'm still not leaving you here.
Why not? Please, Leah, go.
No, look, if you're stupid enough to actually believe that I can let you die and move right on with my life, then you're not at all the same person that I fell in love with 2 years ago. That boy was observant enough to recognize when he's become the most important part of someone's life. You're everything to me, Thomas, so shut up and let me die with you. We missed the sunset.
Yeah, we did.
Thomas, I know you don't believe in reincarnation, but if it's real, then I hope you know that I'm going to find you in our next life, and we're going to build that house and raise those kids.
The life we should have had.
It'll be perfect, Thomas. I promise.
I love you, Leah.
I love you more.
The volcano erupts. Blackout. And then we die in a volcano.
Let's give a round of applause for our playwright, Lucas Flinner. Whew. If Lucas were here, I would say poignant is the word that came up for me time and time again during that one. And the way that he brought those little humorous moments in right when you were feeling all the feels. Poignancy. That was really great. And I also want to reflect, before the comments start coming back up, the broad diversity of the voices and the stories and the ways that people share what they want to say through these plays is really inspiring. If you, do you feel inspired by the plays today? Let's give all of our playwrights a round of applause. One of the best, oh gosh. We got the volcano emoji. It was a very heavy topic, and that play was fire. Volcano is a crazy setting to go with. Bold move, well done. Yep. Oh, parts of your play hit a little close to home. Yeah, it was an amazing piece of work. To have such a surreal setting, but have such real, heavy emotions. Oh God, you guys. Daniel is very talented at playing. I'll just let you all read that yourselves. Daniel, what they meant to say is you are a compelling actor who is able to convey realistically difficult subject matter. Let's give Daniel a round of applause. That's what they meant to say. Is there anyone who, for the record, wants to give any feedback to Lucas, not up here with volcano emojis, but with their mouths? Okay.
You should be here.
Lucas should, right, we're writing that shame line of we don't need to shame him, he has to take a test, that's great. But really, as we wrap up here, folks, oh yes, we do have another person, here we go.
I know the writer isn't here, but I just was thinking a lot about if the setting of the volcano is also speaking towards the fact that they seem like they're about to go to college, was on the verge of kind of an impending doom. So I thought that was interesting. I wondered if that was intentional or not.
That's wonderful wondering, and also I couldn't have paid you to do that loop back to the first title of Sunny Skies and Impending Doom, ending up with the impending, Venmo? Great. Okay, good. That was really great, full circle. Yeah, that impending doom of the volcano as a metaphor. We could ask Lucas if he was thinking of that volcano as a metaphor. B says, no, she's shaking her head, no, it's not. You're wrong, Raphael. You don't know what you're doing. Dennis.
I loved all the writing, but as a fellow in recovery myself, I know those feelings of shame and why me and should have been this way and that. It takes a lot of time to go through those things. So his knowledge of that and his experience writing about it was very powerful. And then it seems like only we have all of these emotions and stuff, and then it's a freaking volcano. And so while you're thinking about stuff, the asteroid could hit us. So it makes my thinking that nothing is really that serious that you have to think about it, but it is when it's happening to you. So I thought it was wonderful. Thank you.
Nice comment. Yeah. Well, Dennis and I are in the camp of it is a metaphor, and if we think it is, what the playwright wants doesn't. Great. That was a really, really special cold readings. Those were really amazing plays. The actors did an amazing job. So again, let's give Simon and Kazifer and Phoebe, who are in the room, and Lucas and Casey a big round of applause. And all of our actors who read up here, let's give them a really big round of applause. And hey, I think there's some other playwrights in this room who wrote some plays who we didn't get to hear from today. Let's give them a round of applause. Anyone know any good jokes? I'm kidding, we're right on time. I'm gonna turn the microphone back over to Shoshana, or is it that we're gonna take a quick, I'm just gonna hand the microphone over to Shoshana.
Thanks.
Thank you, Stacy.
You know what? We're on time, but it doesn't look like anyone else is. So if bathroom drink, this is a good moment, or socialize, yeah. Go, come back real quick.